The T95 Super Heavy Death Turtle is a Tier 9 American tank which, contrary to what Wargaming says it is not a tank destroyer. It is a moving iron wall of death that makes every Object 704 player regret their purchase with its overpowered armor and incredible 155mm gun. The T95 is a tank that can do anything, as long as it does not involve going fast, or making accurate shots, because Truman wanted to outdo the filthy communist pigs. The T95 has the highest amount of armor in the game, and is a nightmare to fight, but is usually driven by troglodyte weebs who only know how to go forward and press the fire button enough to block damage. If you want to be successful in playing the diabetic T28 and enlarge your internet penis and ego, this is what you do. You show your front. Not many people know this, but the front of your tank is the part with the most armor, and the T95 has a fuck ton of it. So use it to sponge up all the damage in the world and laugh as a Jagdpanzer E100 Fool's heat round gets absorbed in your gun mantlet, which is almost as big as Donald Trump's fat ass. And no matter how hard RNG tries to fuck you over, you can still do consistent amounts of damage, because you are America, and you can do no wrong. However, this tank is not invincible. The T95 should be used to shove your weak ass teammates out of the way. Excuse me mate, but could you kindly fuck off? And you show them how to gain big boy points by sponging every shot that gets fired at you while your teammates hide behind you using you as cover to go hull down like fucking pussies. If a T-54 or some other Soviet med tries to gang rape you, which happens a lot, you reverse into a wall and use your fat ass to block him, and bait him into going in front of your gun, which allows you to drop a 256mm load of democracy into his filthy communist face. Similar to how America has no functioning healthcare system, you do not have a turret, so people will try to flank you all the fucking time. If some fucknut fascist pig does try to flank you, you track them, and show them the true muscle of America, attacking targets that are weaker than you. This tank's only weakness are gold spamming plebs and those fucking Soviet meds, so do not try to go out into the open or overextend, because your sides are weak as shit and you will get spotted. Then a gang of Soviet meds will appear and fuck you over out of nowhere, just like the real America. You do not camp in bush, unless the entire enemy team is comprised of those fucking Soviet meds. Even then, make sure they cannot get your weak spots on your lower plate, tumors and upper hull sides, because even though the fucking Soviet meds have shit pen, they will use their WN8 rounds to pen you anyway. And another tip is, although you have the highest amount of armor in the game, try not to actually die, because this tank costs a small loan of $1 million to repair. When you snipe, make sure the aiming circle is as small as it can get. Fire, and then throw your keyboard out the window when it even fucks that up. So here is how you prepare Trump's border wall on tracks. When you arrive from the piece of shit that is the T28, you should already have the 122mm and the top engine. And if you don't, you're a fucking moron. Start by researching the tracks. Your tank is a literal wall, but it moves about as quickly as a wall too. So at least the upgraded tracks will make it so you can at least outturn the bigger ones. After that, grind up to the 155mm and assert America's dominance over the filthy communist pigs. For ammunition you load a healthy amount of freedom, some democracy for those fucking German super heavy tanks, and a small amount of liberty to balance paper panzers, reset the cap, and finish off weak tanks. For equipment you would normally load rammer, vents, and a spall liner, but since Wargaming decided to fuck everyone over in 3.8, here's what you do instead. For your first level, you load either your choice of rammer or calibrated shells, because 256mm of pen doesn't get you very far at tier 10. Then you load protected modules, because your tracks are modules that get fucked over more ways than Trump will fuck over America. Then load a camo net for when you need to camp in bush because of those fucking Soviet meds. For your second level, you load a gun lane drive, because this tank's accuracy is worse than Wargaming's idea of what the players want added to the game. Then you load improved armor to troll tier 10 heavies who have a broken amount of pen on their gold shells. Then you load improved traverse, because this thing is slow as shit. For your final level, you either load V-stabs or a refined gun, because like I said, this tank has shit accuracy. Second, you load a toolbox, because your tracks get broken a lot, and if you load a toolbox then they can get fixed in like 3 seconds. I timed it. Finally, you load whatever the fuck you want for your last equipment slot and your choice of shitty consumables. Whatever floats your goat. This is the correct way to play the T95 super heavy death wall to balance tanks who think their country is OP. Go out there, and bring freedom and democracy to the commoners. Thank you for watching, you cheeky scrublord. If you like this video, you can subscribe to see more of my stuff when it comes out. I make other gaming videos and I'll probably make Unicum guides for other tanks as well. So go watch those.